Hi and welcome to episode 8 of How We're Graduates. I'm Matt,
I'm Jamie.
and this is pretty crazy that we've been doing it now for 2 months.
2 solid months. It is crazy, isn't it? I can't believe this is episode 8. I thought we said we were doing a t-shirt giveaway this episode.
Yeah, we did. I've got the t-shirts. I'm sure I could print something.
Yeah. Okay, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I think episode 10 is more of it, because then we'll be in double figures. So
Yeah.
we'll aim towards episode 10, and then we're going to do a t-shirt giveaway
Yeah.
for one of you lucky listeners.
Go to the Instagram and then you will be able to find all the details on there when we post it. And then you'll be the first to know and the first to enter the giveaway. Don't really know how it's going to work though.
No, we'll do something. We'll do like a fun fact thing, and people have got to guess, like an answer thing maybe.
Yeah.
Then we pick a random name.
And then we'll get the winner on the podcast if they want.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Or if I don't, that's also okay.
Yeah. We don't judge here.
Yeah, we don't. But if you could send us a picture of you wearing your t-shirt, that'd be
Ooh,
grand.
that would be really good.
That'd be nice. for
Good
the socials.
promo as well.
So that's coming up on episode 10. But back to episode 8. So this episode's a little bit late, isn't it, Matt?
Yeah, a couple of days. We just had a couple of issues with different things and trying to find the time to record and everything like that.
Yeah, Matt went on a camping trip,
I
and
did.
I had a couple of family things going on, so it is what it is. But we are here, so I hope you guys haven't missed us too much. A couple of days late, apologies.
I've missed it.
I've missed it.
It's
I've
been
missed
weird.
us. Yeah, it does feel weird, because the last episode we did was like the beginning of last week, which feels like forever ago now, because so much happens in like a week at the moment.
Yeah.
And Matt actually said that he was going to quit his job.
I know. I did quit my job.
Oh yeah, he did quit his
I
job
did
for a
quit.
day. So
For-
that was nice.
No, it's actually for 3 days.
3 challenging days.
3 whole days of having no job and then realising that it was the worst decision I made. But, you know,
Because he will forever remain at the company.
the company which I had to bleep out because we said it like 3 times in the podcast.
Oh, did we?
So I had to put a little bleep in there.
Oh yeah, I noticed that when I listened back.
Which was fun. Yeah, I did speak about it a little bit when I edited it. I put a little clip in just to say, explain what had gone on.
Yep.
Because we were talking about it and we were going, you know, it's just, you just got to take the plunge and you just got to do it. And then actually I took the plunge and then went back on myself.
Yeah. But that's okay.
Yeah.
That is alright, especially at the moment. I'm not gonna lie. You know, listening to our previous episodes, I think episode 3 was it, when we spoke about the coronavirus. Now that's affected different things.
Yeah, it's affected everything.
You know, obviously numbers are on the rise again, so jobs are at risk again. Like, it is what it is at the moment. So I think you did the right thing, Matt. Hats off to you.
Well, you know, it is what it is. It's done and I'm back and I've got a shift on Monday.
And that's great, because I'll get to see you tomorrow night.
Yeah, so that happened and I'm
Yeah.
quite looking forward to.
I was just trying to figure out what day it was. That's okay. Cool. Yeah. So this episode, we will be talking to somebody who's not been to university yet. So this is a bit different, because everything we've done has revolved around our experiences at uni, everyone else's experiences at uni, why people went to uni, what people did, how the job market now coming outside of uni. And now we thought we'd do something a bit different with episode 8. So we're going to speak to someone. Her name is Bethany, or some people call her Beth, but she doesn't like that.
I think she likes Bethany.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
So Bethany will be on the podcast soon, and talking about her decision on why she didn't go to uni and why she didn't want to follow that trend, I suppose, that was happening at the time.
And she's also had a really interesting life. She's moved all over the world because of her dad's job. So I think she'll have a lot of interesting things to talk about.
Yeah, hopefully anyway.
Yeah, I'm sure she will. But I was thinking about this actually just before we started, before you came. I was like, what would have happened if we didn't go to uni? Where would we sort of end up right now? Because we wouldn't be doing this podcast.
I love stuff like that. I was even thinking earlier, like, obviously, if the situation this year hadn't gone the way it had gone with COVID, where would I be now? Would I still be, you know, doing what I was doing at the company? You know, I don't know. Like, it is what it is. So yeah, I wonder where we would be. This is the part where if it was a TV program, it'd be like a bit of a, and then it would like do like a weird little montage of me and Matt having not gone to uni and being very successful.
Oh my God, don't say that. Yeah, and debt free as well.
Debt free. Didn't waste 3 years and being very successful. No, I know. Obviously, you know our opinions are that we love uni. We loved uni. So much so that I am actually thinking about going back and doing my masters.
Exciting.
at the moment because of the current situation, and I always wanted to do a masters anyway, and I thought just want to be sure of one thing at the moment, and that one thing is my masters. But I'm hoping to save that for another episode anyway, so I won't say any more about that.
Okay, that's
So,
fine.
Yeah,
That's
but
cool.
that's just a little hint of what's going on with me at the moment.
Yeah. So I just want to quickly, before we get Bethany on, just talk about why I went to uni, and I think you should say why you went to uni, because someone listening who is thinking about going to uni might want to hear why we went. I
Yeah.
think. So I went because I didn't have a clue what to do after school, after sixth form, and I actually wanted to go. When I was younger, I wanted to be a doctor. So my A levels I took were like maths and sciences and all that, and I failed them horrifically. And then thought maybe it's probably not the best decision, and then so I did media.
So the next best thing is TV.
Yeah, and well, TV wasn't even something I wanted to do. I actually really hated watching TV and stuff like that. But there wasn't a course in a good uni that was just radio, so I had to do TV and radio. And then realised that actually TV is pretty cool, but radio is kind of my thing. In fact, speaking of, Radio 1 are doing some. Every Christmas they have guest hosts come in, and I don't think I'm gonna get it, but I'm making a demo and I'm gonna apply because you never know.
That'd be good. Yeah. Why don't you do like a local radio station for?
I've done it.
Yeah, but, okay. Why don't you do the other local radio station?
Because no one wants anyone at the moment because of the current situation.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's really hard. Like I've sent so many emails out, and I just haven't really heard much back.
Yeah, I think the current situation definitely. But I went to uni because I always wanted to go to uni. I just always wanted to sort of do that thing. Always have it on like the bucket list, like sort of go to uni. Like that's 3 years of your life, like. But that was my bucket list. I wanted to have the uni experience, and I quite liked the degree when I found it was quite tailored to what I wanted to do, because I always wanted to do acting, but I wanted to have a backup plan. So that's where the arts and festival management came from.
Which is quite exciting. I love that side
Yeah.
of your course. It's pretty sick.
Yeah, and me, which is why if I was to go do a masters, just mention that a sec, I would probably do it in the arts and fest section. So I'm looking at doing a masters in creative business. No, it's business management in the creative arts. That's it. I keep forgetting the name of them, like masters, because it's such a mouthful.
Do you have to do business in it then? I'm assuming.
It's basically like a business sort of, yeah. But it's mainly tailored towards like the music industry and whatever you want to tailor it to. But I would tailor it to the music industry.
So you could like run and organise a festival.
Yeah,
And
that's the dream.
Balance all the books and everything.
Yeah, and book artists and things like that, and sort of look at trends with artists and Spotify and things, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a maybe, but that's why I went to uni in the first place, to sort of go down that route of rather acting or sort of booking myself into festivals and things.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Pretty cool. When I was camping, I was thinking back to our little Creamfields experience, I suppose you'd call it. That was pretty cool.
definitely call it an experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love festivals, and I am really, that's the one thing I'm really upset about this year,
Yeah.
is that we can't go to a festival.
No festivals, no holidays.
No, it is what it is. We are doing what we're doing and just carrying on as normal, I suppose, in the hope that next year we might actually get to go to a festival.
And go away and do all the things that
Yeah.
we were supposed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah, but things change, and I think if we hadn't have had this whole thing, then I don't think we'd have started the podcast.
No,
So it's
definitely pros and cons.
what's it called? A silver lining. Every cloud has a silver
Oh
lining.
yeah, definitely. It's had a massive silver lining because this podcast is going to be huge.
Well, it's just really nice to do. I
Let's
don't know if it's going to get huge.
speak it into existence, sir.
Oh, I have a Snapchat.
I'm ready when you are.
I think that's a really nice segue
Yeah,
to get Bethany on.
that's Bethany saying she's ready when we are. So, without further ado, guys, let's get Bethany on the podcast.
Hi, Bethany.
Hi.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm just laughing. So much. This is. I'm so. I can't now. I just think this is so weird. Start again.
No, it was fine. That was fine.
That's
Are
great.
you sure?
Yeah, we'll keep it in because it's quite funny.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, but my voice is so annoying.
My voice or your voice?
No, not your voice. Why would you say your
Okay.
voice?
Well, anyway,
No.
we are
My voice.
talking about like obviously we went to uni, and that's what the whole podcast is about. And you didn't go to uni.
No.
Is there any particular reason?
I just couldn't be bothered, to be honest. I don't know what it is. When I went to college, I absolutely hated college. Like, I did not want to go in. Like, I think when it got to the last, like, 6 months, I think I must have went in, like, I don't even know how many times. I don't even know if I passed, because they haven't sent me anything. So I was just like, okay, no worries. Like, I sent in all my coursework, but and then I hated coursework. I hated everything like that. So I was like, uni is definitely not for me
Yeah,
at all.
that makes a lot of sense because it is a lot of writing, a lot of work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just can't do it. I can't hack it.
Did you have some did you have some of your friends go off to uni? Did you not feel like there was like a sort of trend or?
All my pretty much most of my friends have gone to uni. To be fair, like. I can't even, like, you won't even know. I'm just gonna, it's like I'm gonna say it and then you'll be like, yeah, I know them. But no, like, most of my friends went to uni and I don't know, maybe I'm like the odd one out and they all go to me like, why didn't you go? And I'm just like, I don't know, it's just not for me.
That's
like,
fair enough.
All my college friends didn't go, but they were like, they hated it as much as me. So I feel like we were all like, yeah, we're not going to go to uni. But all my friends that went to sixth form absolutely were like, can't wait for uni, and like they all love it. So
Yeah, maybe it was the college course then that put you off.
yeah, I really think it was. Like, I absolutely hated it. Like, I did animal care, and you would think, oh, I would love it, but I hated my teachers. Hopefully, no, they're not going to watch it, but listen to this. But imagine, like, I hate you. You are the worst.
You get your house egged
But
or
no.
something.
Literally, they'll be knocking on my door. No way, you passing the course, even though I did it last year. But no, I hated it. Like, the teachers were just a bit like, it was a bit of a mess, to be honest. It was all over the place, like my college. And the only bit I enjoyed was the practical, but like when I would actually be with the animals. But everything else I hated. The only thing I liked was biology, because it was like veterinary, like biology, and I really enjoyed that, but I hated everything else.
Yeah.
So, like, it was honestly the worst.
So you don't have any regrets then, basically, not going to uni?
No. I would say I do. Like, half of me is like, I really want to go to uni, but if I was like, if I could do it, like, if I could, I don't know, enjoy it. If I knew, like, when you can, if I could see the future and be like, definitely you would enjoy this, then I would do it. But obviously I can't do that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't, like, a part of me is like, oh, I really want to go, because it's like, how, even though you both haven't got jobs yet, but I feel like you might get better jobs than me because you went to uni.
We have spoken.
What do you think?
We have kind of spoken about that before.
I have heard you talk about it in your podcast, but I always think like, I feel like you might be getting better. You've got a better, more, depending on your degree, I guess, but
definitely
you've got a easier way to get into more jobs because people look at you. But then again, I know people that have done a degree and they've not got accepted from jobs purely because they are too qualified, which doesn't make sense to me.
My friend Joe tweeted the other day actually that he's applied for an apprenticeship at ITV. Joe's been on the podcast before, and he got turned down because he was because he was overqualified, because he had a degree, which is, I think that's really,
I think it's stupid.
I think it's a bit
like
crazy.
Especially if you want say a job right now, if you just want to work in like a supermarket, like I've heard people not being accepted because they purely got a degree, but you're thinking, no, I just want to earn money for the time being, and it's just stupid. I felt like I would think it would be the opposite, and they'll be like, oh my god, yeah, they would be sick at this job, like they got a degree. Obviously not all people are like amazing, but you would still think they would be better off than, like, say, for me, who's not gone to uni.
Yeah, well, it's like the police now have, you can go in as a degree holder, or you can go in as someone who doesn't have a degree, and that changes the amount of time that you have to train for and all that. So
I know, it's crazy. To be fair, you have to do that with the military as well. Like, I think some of the courses, job roles, you have to have a uni, like have a degree, especially like my friend, she's going into the military, possibly depending like on her knee and stuff. But like for her to get into be an officer, which is like a higher, in a sense, higher paid role, she has to have a degree.
That's crazy.
That is mad.
So, like, if I did the same, I would be like lower and probably lower paid than her. If we both joined at the same time, we both know as much as each other, she would get higher paid. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if that's right, but I'm pretty sure that is.
Yeah, well, I think you're probably the most experienced with the whole military thing. So, would you say that has an impact on you?
Most definitely was my school, you know.
Yeah.
Like with I would say I'm not the smartest person ever, but I literally, when I went to Belgium, I was in bottom sets for everything because I was so messed up. Like my dad always says it about it as well, but I was so like messed around with my education. Can't even speak, you can tell. But I feel like I was so messed around. Like I was learning so many different languages. Like obviously when I was in Wales, I was learning Welsh, German, French. Like I'm awful with languages, just to put it there. But I went to Belgium. I was in bottom sets for everything. Like I did not get on well, and then I went to here, and I got put in sets like second set, and I just moved down every time. Like they would move me down every year because they were like, no.
Aw.
So just to explain, your dad was in the military, wasn't he?
Oh yeah,
Which is
it's
why...
funny because I'm thinking everyone knows, but no, my dad isn't in the army. Well, was in the army. He's just retired.
So that's the reason why you had to move around so much. But you've been all over the world, haven't you?
Yeah, literally everywhere.
Yeah.
Like I was born in North Ireland. I've been in Canada, like Germany, Belgium. Like it's crazy.
Yeah. So
and like I've had so many like different primary schools. Like I haven't got like friends that I've had since I was younger. Like probably you guys do, but
That is mental.
I have just like I've been in so many schools, like 3 high schools. I would say it definitely like impacts like your whole life, to be honest.
And would you say that maybe was one of the reasons why you didn't go to university, because you were kind of fed up of all that moving around and you just wanted to settle?
No, I don't even think that, because I love traveling, to be honest. Like obviously my new job that I lost this year, that's your main thing, isn't it? Traveling. But
she was going to be an air hostess, just for the
cabin crew.
Yeah.
You got to remember that everyone listening doesn't know who you are.
I know. I am sorry. I'm pretending. Yeah, everyone knows me, Bethany. No, obviously, I was training. Just almost finished training to be cabin crew, and that's traveling. Like I was literally so buzzing for it, and then where were we talking about? Oh yeah, like traveling. I feel like I love it, but it was just school. I was so fed up with it. Like I just did not enjoy school at all.
Yeah.
Like I had a bad experience when I lived in Belgium. Like I got bullied and everything, so it was horrible. Like I just hated school so much.
Did the social side of uni ever appeal to you? So like obviously the clubbing nights with your friends and sort of living with everyone your own age and having your own room and your kitchen and all that sort of stuff. Do you know what I mean?
I think the only thing that appealed to me was having my own like space and going somewhere new. Like I would love, like Matt, you went to Manchester, duh, and like you loved it, didn't you?
Yeah.
You loved being there. Like you loved the city. Like I would love to move to a different city and just like enjoy it and like go out and stuff like that. Like I wouldn't even go clubbing all the time. Like I'm not really a clubbing person. I like prefers bars and stuff like that. But
Well, I'd say that like, I wasn't really a clubbing person. Like I did enjoy a good night out, but I wouldn't go every weekend like a lot of people do. But when you go to uni, it's just that you just do it. Like you have to.
You have to. Otherwise, you're sat in your room and everyone else is out clubbing. You're like, oh, that's sad.
Yeah. I to be fair, when I went up to my friend in uni in Newcastle, I absolutely like loved going out. It was so good. Like I literally, and the only thing that appeals to me with with Newcastle, no, with uni in general, like I literally just love having your like own room, like being independent. Because I feel like I'm really independent now anyway.
But that's good though.
But
So you sort of got the
Yeah.
social side of uni without actually having to go to uni, because I know a lot of people, like my friend Jake, he came to visit us at uni, and it was like, he basically went to uni but didn't get the degree, do you know, because he just sort of kept coming and visiting, and we went up to see you, Matt, and things like that. So we just sort of
Yeah.
like, you sort of go and have the nights out and things, but you haven't got to do the hard work of the degree.
Yeah, true.
Mm.
That's what
And
I
if
love.
you feel independent
Also,
anyway, that's
wait,
great, because like a lot of people go to uni to get their independence. You know, if their parents are quite strict, or you know, if they want things done a certain way, then you go to uni, you're like, oh,
yeah.
finally got my freedom. That's not
Yeah, like
own
the
personal
the
experience though.
stress of coming home after a night out and like your mum going like, yeah, don't be out late and stuff like that. You don't want to walk in, waking her
Yeah.
up and stuff like that. Like at least at uni you can like, I don't
That's
know,
so nice that you
crawl
care
into
about things
bed.
like that. I just waltz
I
in, I
know.
do at 5 a.m. like, woo, I'm home.
Okay, so thanks for coming on, Bethany. Really appreciate it.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you very much.
Oh, no worries. Don't know what I
And
said.
I'm
Okay.
sure we'll hear back from you again on another episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely. I've got so much to say as well. I could go on for hours. You know what? Have you seen those like 24-hour podcasts? I could be on one
I
of
bet
them.
you could. You could do it by yourself, to be fair. You wouldn't even need us.
No, I definitely need somebody to chat. Well, I don't know. To be fair, I chat to myself all the time, so
Love it.
I definitely
And
could.
on that note, have an amazing dinner.
Thank you. I'm having sausages.
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
Okay.
Wow. That was quite funny that Bethany had to go for a dinner halfway through that, but we appreciate her coming on the podcast. And yeah, she's just, I do feel for her, because having to go through the whole experience of moving around with her dad's work and not really having that sort of one place where she's got her friends and her school and all that. Like, she's moved school so many times, she's moved friends so many times. Like, that is probably one of the things that sort of made her think, I don't want to go to uni.
Yeah.
But like she was saying, she didn't enjoy school.
Yeah.
And so going to uni for her wasn't the right decision, and I can understand that.
Plus, what I was just about to say before she had to run off for her dinner was that she, for what she wants to do, she doesn't have to go to uni, I don't think. Obviously, she wants to go into the travel and tourism industry. She wants to go into air hostess. She was training with TUI just before the COVID lockdown, and unfortunately, they all got let go. Hopefully, you know, when things pick up again in the travel and tourism industry, she'll get that dream job. So she doesn't need to go to uni to do that. But it was quite interesting for me, because obviously a big factor of why I wanted to go to uni was because I wanted the social life as well. It was quite interesting to hear like different people's opinions, that they weren't bothered about it. Like, you know, they're quite happy doing what they were doing, and they didn't feel like the trend to go to uni. That's not the only reason I went to uni, by the way, for the social life. I'm just saying that was one of the
Yeah.
that was one of the factors. So it was it was really interesting to hear. Like, I suppose she's moved around that much that maybe subconsciously she did just want to stay in one place. She was probably fed up of education and moving around.
Yeah.
So
It
it's
probably
made her a person, not a better person, but it's made her probably
it's made her who she is.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's made her probably grow up a little bit, I suppose, and because she's had to stay here now. I don't know, and she's not in education. I mean, that's a big thing as well. Like, Matt, this is your first year out of education for as long as you can remember. For me, I had a gap year between sixth form and uni, but for a lot of people, they just go from, you know, they go through school and then high school and sixth form, and then they go to university, and then they might even go on to do a master's or a PGCE or whatever they end up doing. And it's like, you know, you could go like 22 years before you could actually come out and realise what life is outside of education. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I always found, and just going on to a bit of a side note here, but I always found it weird not being in like school or uni on a weekday and going to do things on a weekday. I always really just struggled to comprehend that people did things on a weekday and not just on the weekend.
Yeah.
But now it's totally normal. But I think when I first went to uni, and also when I was in sixth form, and you get frees, don't you? Free periods, and I used to go home or go to a friend's house or something during my frees, or study, as our
Oh yeah.
head of
Study.
sixth form used to like to point out. I always remember being sat in the common room and she'd just barge in and start screaming at us because we weren't revising or doing our homework or something. But yeah, I always found it really weird that people did things on a weekday and it wasn't just a weekend, because obviously you're in school. For you, the only time you do things is after school or on a weekend.
Yeah.
It really did sort of
Baffle you.
yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like that's maybe why some people like the idea of going to university, because they're not quite ready to grow up yet, in the sense of like they like the structure of like this is education, like, and I feel like that's something that I've definitely found hard to come to terms with since I left uni. Is like, you know, what now? Because it's a structure of like I've said in previous episodes, like you're going through each stage, like you've got school, then you've got university, then you've got like a job, and it's just always you've got this structure in life, haven't you, to follow. And I feel like a lot of people have been having to adjust to misstructure this year with the situation.
Yeah, well, the lockdown was
Yeah, so
crazy.
yeah, it was pretty crazy. But yeah, so Beth's story is pretty unique, but also I feel like it does relate to a lot of people who didn't decide to go to uni
hmm
because the education wise, I think she was sort of done with education, is what she was trying to say.
Yeah.
Which is also great. Like, you know, if you are done with education, there's no need. You know, there is this debate and what she mentioned about like we need to go to uni to get a certain job or we're going to get a better job. But I don't think that is the case. Like, I think I'm putting this out there now, and I'm not just saying this. I don't think you need to go to university necessarily to get a better job, so to speak. Like, I feel like a lot of it comes from apprenticeships now
Yeah.
and an experience. They do say you can have a degree in all these different things, but if you've got no experience, then what's the point? So that's why also, if you're at university listening to this, I just suggest that you go get some experience.
Yeah.
Or if you've just left uni, then try and get some experience. I don't know.
Yeah. I think this episode was kind of aimed at people who were who are now thinking like, do I go to university or not? I know that the applications are starting to close, aren't they? And people are going back in September. So you know,
Yeah,
not
you can
long.
go through clearing, I think. At the moment.
Yeah, yeah, but if you are one of those people who are thinking, you know, you're like Bethany, you haven't really enjoyed school, but all your mates are going to uni, that you don't think that you have to go just because most people are going at the moment. I mean, probably I'd say 90% of my friends went to uni, but then a lot of them didn't, and they're just as happy, and they're, you know, we're all working at
And
the same job
They
still.
don't regret it.
Don't regret it in the slightest. And they just, that was their decision, and you can only make your own decision. I'm just glad that my parents weren't like trying to force me to go to uni. They just said, we'll just back you with whatever you want to do, and it was just because I wanted to go to uni that I went to uni. And Bethany's parents, obviously, she hasn't wanted to go and she didn't go, and there's no problem and there's no harm making that decision. If anything, it's good that she made that decision for herself.
I agree. Did your parents go to uni?
No, my parents didn't go. I think I was the first, apart from my aunt, but she's not like, she's my dad's brother's wife. She went to uni because she's a teacher. But apart from that, I think I'm the first like person in my family to go to uni.
That's so interesting because yeah, I think that's the case for a lot of people in our generation.
Aren't you the same?
Yeah, I am. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But like speaking to a lot of people, it is like the case that their parents didn't go to uni. I feel like uni back in the day was sort of like, if you go into university, it's like the proper upper level of.
Yeah.
But nowadays, it does seem like a lot of people, like pretty much like you said, 90% of people that you knew went to uni, which is just crazy, like to think. But it is the way it is now, and I don't know. That brings me on to what I want to talk about in the next podcast. Again, just mentioning it, just because I really want Matt to do an episode on it. Is about the idea of a master's, because like the amount of people who have uni these days. Do you need a master's to actually stand out in the job market? Is it enough just to have a degree?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Is it enough? I don't know.
I think that looking at jobs at the moment, because obviously we're applying and stuff like that, looking at jobs, I've found that none of them really want a degree.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's partly because most of the people that are applying do have degrees. Do you get me?
Yeah, I totally understand that.
I feel like it's because of the fact that when, let's say, our parents were younger and they were thinking about going to uni, they, not a lot of people in their sort of situation did actually go, whereas most people in our situation now have gone to university. And so maybe it's just sort of made a degree a little bit not worth as much. What's the word?
Not as creditable.
Yeah,
Creditable.
not as valuable to us in terms of jobs to have a degree, maybe, because most people have them. It's like with anything. If there's a lot of demand, then price goes down, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Business there.
There
for
we
your
go.
masters.
There we go.
I think that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So, does that sort of wrap up this episode on Beth and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it does. It would be nice to get a couple more people on talking about why they didn't go to uni in future episodes, and also people that went to uni and then changed their idea on what they actually wanted to do.
Yeah.
Obviously, Beth wanted to go to college to do animal care, and now she wants to go work for TUI.
Mm-hmm.
So, people do change their careers all the time. Something I was thinking about when I was watching Homes Under the Hammer during lockdown. So, changing from being an actor to a plasterer. So, you never know.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are ideas for future episodes, guys. Stay tuned and listen out for our episode 10 t-shirt giveaway as well. Don't forget about that.
I'm gonna have a thing. I'm gonna design some t-shirts.
Yeah.
That's quite exciting.
Yeah, it's
Um,
happening.
yeah. I can't believe we're on episode 8 already. 2 months.
That is crazy.
2 months of the podcast.
Thanks, Matt, for persuading me to do a podcast, because I'd never really listened to podcasts before this. So that is absolutely amazing that we have made it to 2 months. Thank you to our listeners, and also, as we say every week, thank you to everyone that continues to get in touch with us and tell us what you like, what you don't like, and ideas for future episodes, and if you want to appear on the episodes. So yeah, thanks everybody for all your support, basically.
Yeah, we really, really, really appreciate it. Speaking of, follow us on Instagram, of course, at Helpful Graduates.
Yep,
Because
I am trying to do socials for the Instagram as we speak, so you guys are seeing behind the scenes. The first ever behind the scenes of Helpful Graduates. We've never done it before, and I thought it'd be funny. So tune in.
well, you can see how we do it, because it isn't glamorous, is it? We're just sat on my bed.
No, yeah.
Yeah, so like I said, follow us on Instagram, because that's kind of where we post behind the scenes, and we also post information and things like that. And when people tell us things, we'll pass on that information to you. So we like to keep the conversation going. And like Jamie said, if you do have anything you want us to talk about, or if anything we've said has affected you, or you just want to sort of talk about it, then let us know, because we're open to everyone, and we want to include as many people as possible in the podcast.
Yeah, we want to build up a whole family of Helpful Graduates.
Yeah, we do. Because I think everyone, like we said in the first episode, everyone's in the same boat.
Yeah,
We're all stressed.
we're all stressed. We're all graduates. Help us.
Help, yeah.
That's the tagline for the back of the t-shirts.
Yeah.
We're all stressed. We're all graduates. Help us.
Please.
Please.
Give me a
In
job.
brackets in small writing, please.
Please, Radio 1, give me that show.
Yeah. So thanks, guys, and tune in next week for episode 9 of Helpful Graduates. In the meantime, stay safe. I'm Jamie,
I'm Matt.
and you've been listening to Helpful Graduates. I thought we were going to do it together.
No, we never do.
No, it's too cheesy. Okay. See you soon.
Bye-bye.